Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel with Peace and Plenty Farms. I want to just give you a quick rundown on what's going on the farm today. Today is Sunday. We're just going to get a few things done. I want you to look right behind this wheel here. You can see that I've got some rabbits, and you may have seen them in other videos that have gotten out in the past. So what I did is, in order to catch them, I set these two bowls. Originally I had the bowls out here and it had food and water in them. And so they found this area and started eating and drinking here. So then I moved the bowls in here, and you can see they've emptied the food and the water. I'm getting ready to fill them up again right now. And this is what this is a have a heart trap, and of course they step right on that and it catches them, but they figured out to step over that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a piece of plywood on that, running down this way, then set the bowls in there, then the food and water, and that way they'll get on the plywood and that will press down on this. So we'll set that up. That's one thing I'm going to do. I've got the K30 in here. I'm going to pull that out and put it down there by those branches that fell during that last storm, and start picking up all those branches and cutting that firewood up. Now that the old Jasper 3500 truck that I was quote-unquote going to restore is out of here, I've got a place to put the Cub Cadets. So I stopped at Lowe's last night on my way home, and I picked up a bolt to hang that a plow on. So I've got the plow is right there. I'm going to hang that plow real quick here and plow the garden. So now I have this space is all nice and clear. Where I used to have the Cub Cadets here, I can now have this cleared out. We're going to do a lot more clearing out, but we'll get to that later. I wanted to I got a lot planned for today, probably taking on more than I should. Next week we're going to get this set up as the new feeding area. But let's go over and check on the broodies. Unfortunately, we had 13, and the mama hen must have stepped on or something. We lost 2, so we're missing 2 now because she stepped on them. But there they are. They're getting bigger and stronger now, so I think they'll be able to defend themselves from under her feet now. Quite a few under there. Still 11 is plenty. Now these are silkies. The yellow ones are silkies, and this brown one is from this hen, which she's half red, half silky, but she turned out to be broody anyway. So I've got to get these old eggs out of here. They're obviously not going to hatch, so they'll have a little bit cleaner area. And they're working on that feed and working on that water and growing. They get a little bit bigger, and I'm going to open that back door. That way they can go down into this open area under here. I don't see any more dead ones under her. I think they're big enough now that they're able to stay out from under her feet. Those first couple of days are kind of crucial. Maybe I should have left that other hen in here a little longer, the silky hen, but they do get to fighting, so I wanted to separate them as soon as possible. Now that one's that one that just walked by, he's gonna have some unique colors on him. I'm really wondering about his coloring. I'm wondering if maybe that is from the Maran. That could be a mixture of the Maran in there somehow or another. Wonder how that happened. The fence is down, that's how it happened. Okay, I want to show you another problem that we're having with the colony. The colony, it has the rabbits and the chickens, and I want to be able to put the goats in here, or maybe the sheep or whatever, and let them eat the garden. But the colony has run into a problem, and you can see. Now let me get a little bit closer over here. There are no rabbits. I noticed this morning when I came up, there were no rabbits in the garden. I looked around and said, there are no rabbits. I thought first thing that came to my mind is they had gotten out. But I came over here and I looked. This is the chicken. This is supposed to be the chicken area. You can see the chicken ramp that I built right here. These rabbits have taken it over. They think that that's their little hangout place right there. So obviously we have a problem with the rabbits getting into the chicken area. There they are, lounging around like I built this for them. Look at this one. He doesn't have a care in the world. Now they'll eat the chicken food, which that's not ideal. So that's one problem. The rabbits are getting in here. The other problem is this piece of plywood that I put up here. They drop their droppings and it rolls and falls into the gutter that I built, and you can see how messy that water is. So I'm going to change this out, put a bunch of water in it, and put a cover over it so that they can use that cover to get up and down, but it'll also keep them from messing up the water right there. That's how I'm just a quick piece of plywood there. Now over here, I came up with an idea to keep the rabbits out of here. This is the tunnel right here that the chickens use to come in. This little tunnel right here, they can come right there. Well, it's low enough where the rabbits are running through. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tunnel up here, up higher, and it's going to stick out like a diving board, and it'll have a little platform on it up high. And the chickens will have to hop up onto that platform, and then they'll be able to come in through the tunnel, and I'll have access to this ramp right here. So maybe the tunnel will be right about this height, and it'll cut right through the wall there and be like a diving board sticking out there. That way the rabbits won't be able to get up into the tunnel, but the chickens will be able to hop up there and come in, and then there'll be a ramp right here. So let's get these guys out of here. Let's scare them. Come on. Let's go. Come on, that's enough. They don't want to give it up. They do not want to give this place up at all. Come on, let's go. We're going down. Come on. I want to show you I guess I can show you something while I've got you right here, and this rabbit is not being behaved. I want to show you how to pick up a rabbit. Now, when you put your hand behind their neck, you want to pull your thumb down and get as much of that skin. Then I roll over to the other side. My fingers are working up the skin right there. See how I'm picking up a massive amount of skin right there behind their head. They don't mind it. They don't mind being carried like that. That's how you do it. You just have to pick up as much of that skin as you possibly can. Okay, that one's out. Come on, guys. They like to hide. They like to hide back there. But we'll go get them. Come on around here with me. I know this is a little joggy video, but let's go around here and get this one out. He thinks he's hiding back here in this little space, but there he goes. He knows he's out. He's gone out that way. Now, the trick is I need to catch the Marans back in this area, and I'm going to secure them in here for about a week or two where they cannot leave at all, so that they'll call this their home, the roosting area, the nesting area, and then we'll open up the tunnel that we're going to build for them. All right, well, I'm going to plow right now, and then we'll do some of these other things later. Okay, so we had a storm and a lot of branches down, and I need to get the firewood going now that it's a little bit cooler. So I brought the K30 down here, and we'll get all of this cut up, the branches loaded, and the firewood stacked, and that job will be done sometime next week. I've got 3 or 4 places that I need to do. You know, this is one, and then we're going to pull down here on the side of the road, and there's another bunch of branches there. Up in the back of the house, way over this hill, there's a spot that needs to be cleaned up. So we'll move it around 3 or 4 times and get a big load of branches picked up and get them burned.